Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host Fees here today. I got my lovely friend over here. I got Honeybee back.
Hi.
Hello Pookie, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, I caught you at a good time for both of us. The stars aligned for this recording.
The stars aligned.
Yeah.
Our constellations passed over each other.
Yeah. Which constellation are you? I'm the Little Dipper.
I'm the one where he's like shooting a bow or something.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I should have picked the crab. God damn it. Little hermit crab, little guy. Oh fuck, you know what I just remembered? We're reading more like SNG4 fandom stuff and I can't remember, did you ever catch up?
Oh shit, no, I forgot.
God, no. What was the last arc you remember?
The end of college, I think.
Oh god. This is so many spoilers in it. I'm so sorry. I will try my best to explain what's going on when it.
No. I'll just be confused. That way I can appreciate it when I do watch it.
Alright. But I think it was 2 years ago. This character was finally introduced. Technically was introduced during the It's Gotta Be Perfect arc. And that is Mr. Puzzles. And that's what we're reading today, guys, is a Mr. Puzzles x Mario fanfiction. Because that became a really popular ship after the Puzzle Vision arc. So that's what we're reading today by Ominous Potato, who I follow on Twitter. So if you are seeing this, I love your art and I love the fanfictions, okay? I'm gonna poke fun a little bit. It's not out of hate. Please stop blocking me. I'm already on my hands and knees before we even started reading.
Begging.
Yeah, begging, please. I love it. Alright, this is called Double Date with the Enemy. So there is a bit, like a little bit of sprinkle of SNG 3-4 in here, but it's mainly focused on Mr. Puzzles and Mario, and it's also a series of theirs that they've written called Pining Mario series, which is so good. They haven't updated in a while, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So I figured since this is the part one, just in case we have more of these in the future, we have a baseline to go off of. And my fucking thing is not working. Okay, so alright, the description. Like, it was the fucking. I forgot the fucking name for them. The downward arrow to like just move down the page was not working. I gotta use my mouse like a little idiot. Alright.
Calling me out.
Sorry. The description of this reads, and I quote, SNG3 finally worked up the courage to ask out SNG4 on a date. But things take a turn when a certain spaghetti-loving SNG3-4 shipper finds out about their date and insists on making a double date. But who can Mario convince to be his date so that he could spy on both the SNG3s, or the SNGs? Part 1 of the Pining Mario series. I can't wait. I love Mr. Puzzles.
Was this on AO3?
I think they cross-post on AO3.
I was gonna say, I think I've read that. I've read the description before.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
When were you looking up SNG4 content on AO3?
When I realize people ship them, that's what I do every time I realize people ship anyone.
Yeah, you're like, how many works are there?
I have to see, is it truly peak?
Yeah. Is it peak? Let's find out.
Is it peak?
I need to find more fucking. Oh, I dropped my coin. Dude, I got so desperate for fanfiction of Teru Teru that I actually went on AO3. Yeah. The well was so dry on Wattpad that I migrated to a different platform for it. It was still nothing.
You're doing like the opposite of what normal people do. I couldn't find it on AO3, so I had to go into the depth of Wattpad.
That's crazy.
But you're just I left the dumpster to go check the fridge.
Yeah. And it was there I found some good fan fictions, but it was like the same amount of content that was available on Wattpad. So I'm like, fuck, where am I gonna get it now? Like I will go over to like what is it, fanfiction.net instead.
Yes.
I go there, see nothing, and I'm like, alright, that's what I expected, but alright, I have my coin. Do you want to be heads or tails to read first?
I'll be tails.
Alright. It's heads. Alright. I'm reading.
Yippee!
Yeah, you don't have to read about gay shit for a little bit. Alright, what the fuck is this called again? Oh yeah, Double Date with the Enemy. Literally the title of the fucking one shot. I'm so fucking tired. Alright. Okay. This is it, 3. You got this. The purple SMG stood at the entrance of the showgrounds, watching his guardian partner from afar. Just a super easy, super simple, super normal interaction. Just go over there and ask him to dinner. I don't remember if this also correlates with another SNG 3-4 fanfiction they wrote, so just roll with it, just in case.
Okay.
SMG3 could feel his heart pounding in his chest. Was it usually this hot outside? Did his hair look alright? Is that a stain in his shirt? Focus 3. You cannot mess this up. SNG4 was currently doing some kind of obstacle course with big SNG4 and Mario. He looked like he was having fun. Mario suddenly tripped over one of the obstacles, and SNG3's ears perked up as he heard SNG4's gorgeous laugh. Boy, he could never get tired of hearing that. He smiled.
The gayest fuck.
The gay bitch spotted. He smiled longingly at 4 and felt a blush rise in his face. He couldn't help but admire absolutely everything about the man. His creativity, his terrible sense of humor, his deep blue eyes, his adorable smile, his cute little blue hat. And don't even get me started on how those overalls. Sorry.
Bro.
Don't even get me started on those overalls of his hugged his ass so perfectly. Ahem. Sorry, the way that the ahem was on there reminded me of all the other quotes from from the quote folder where someone says something sauce and be like, yo, who said that?
Who said that?
Yeah. 3 quickly cut off that train of thought and focused on the task at hand once again. Asking this perfect man on a date. With all the courage, 3 marched over to the man in blue. Come on, 3, you got this. You're SNG3 for meme's sake. Ruler of the internet, yeah, you know about the internet graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the internet graveyard, successful coffee shop owner, and most importantly, an evil mastermind. There's absolutely nothing I'm afraid of. Nothing. Hey, scrub! SMG4 turned around and smiled pleasantly as he saw SMG3's walking towards him. Oh, hey 3. Want to hang out with me and Mario? We're trying to see if he could beat Big in a race, but he keeps tripping over the obstacles. He smiled fondly at his best friend before getting grabbed by the shoulders and what does it say? Swiveled?
Swiveled.
Yes! That goes... I get a gold star next to my name. And swiveled around to face 3. 3? What are you... Go on a date with me. Please. SNG4's eyes widened in shock, and a pink blush was slightly dusted on his cheeks. Even Mario stopped what he was doing to look at the two, his face overtaken by a crazy smile. What? Really? 4 asked, unsure if the other man was messing with him. Yes, really. What do you take me for? Some kind of liar? Well, I ain't calling you a truther. No, nothing like that. I just didn't expect... Will you go on a date with me or not? That's good. This advice, anyone who wants to pick up a date, just hit him with that line. 99% of the time... Will you go on a date with me? It'll work 99% of the time.
It will work 99% of the time if they want to go on a date with you.
Exactly. Do this to your best friend that you've been friends with for 10 years. It's bound to work.
Bound to work.
3 was red in the face as he asked this. Despite seeming angry or frustrated, he was terrified for 4's answer. You could practically see his heart bursting out of his chest as he looked at 4's perfect eyes. Yeah, sure. I'd like to go on a date with you. Oh, I meant I love. God damn it, I fucked up the... fucked everything up.
Damn, you fucked up. Now everything's ruined.
Yeah, the economy's crumbling. The stock market just crashed because of that. SG4 didn't try to hide his smile, and did he laugh as he answered, which is totally what I did. There's expression went from one of anger to a look of relief and adoration. Oh wow, really? That's great. The two S&Gs smiled at each other like a couple of love-struck teenagers before SNG3 snapped back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity, and remembered he was supposed to be cool, emotionless villain. Well, duh, of course you'd say yes. I knew you agreed from the beginning. SNG3 looked away and went back to his angry persona. Uh-huh, sure. SNG4 gave him a teasing smirk. Shut up. To rewind. And he then reached for his pocket and pulled out a crumpled piece of paper and handed it to 4. Come to Bowser's restaurant at 8 p.m. I'll be waiting inside. Don't be late, don't forget. And I swear to God, if you stand me up... Don't worry, 3. I wouldn't dream of it. 4 spoke with sincerity in his voice. Also, I want to point out, it's been a hot minute since I've seen Bowser mentioned in like the SNG4 fandom. It feels so nice.
Bowser died?
No, he's not dead or anything. They just don't really use those kind of characters anymore.
Yeah.
Like Luigi's technically part of the crew, but he barely shows up anymore.
Luigi don't show up?
I hope so. He hasn't been in the most recent arc, but I miss him. I miss my wife Tails.
I miss him a lot.
I'll be back.
Maybe they don't want people shipping Luigi, so they specifically exclude those two.
Yeah, because they're being gay off screen.
So they don't have to make it canon.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they already made fucking Swagmaster and Sonic canon, and they're a gay couple.
Whoa.
Wait, were you there for that?
No, not out of homophobic reasons. Out of Luigi is too predictable reasons.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's too predictable. That's why they have to do a separate gay.
Yeah.
3 blushed, feeling his heart squeeze as he looked at 4's beautiful smile. Yeah, well, good, he said awkwardly before speed-walking away, face as red as Mario's hat. SNG4 watched as he walked away, not even trying to hide his adoring smile and tinted cheeks. Mario peeked over his shoulder with a big grin. Ooh, he said, catching SNG4's attention. 4 rolled his eyes and pushed him off his shoulder. The fat Italian quickly recovered and smirked at SNG4. Mario thinks you two are very fruity. Oh, such a good line. Yeah, whatever. 4 smiled to himself. Man, all these years we've known each other. Who would have predicted he felt this way about me? Mario could, the Italian chimed in. Alright, fine, I'll give you that one. 4 sighed. I don't want to scream. It's 11 in the morning.
Wahoo!
Thank you. Oh, Mario can't wait for the date. Do you think Bowser still serves spaghetti? Mario asked excitedly as 4 gave him a confused look. Yeah, he still does. Why do you ask? Well, so Mario doesn't need to bring his own spaghetti on the date, of course. I can just get some there. That's only theory's paying, right? Mario gave a big smile at the thought of free spaghetti, but SG4 seemed less excited. Mario noticed this and was confused. What's wrong, SG4? You don't want some spaghetti? He asked with big eyes. Mario, you know you can't come on this date, right? As those words left SG4's mouth, I felt like Mario's world had been shattered in an instant. But why not? Well, fuck, what's that one meme? It was like, alright, bro, alright, I'm leaving, I'm gonna go on my date. Mom said you had to bring me with you. Bro, I'm not bringing you on my fucking date.
I'm trying to I feel like I've seen it, but I don't remember.
And it plays like the fucking, like, at the very end of it, it's like shows 2 people on a date with like the third person in the middle while they're playing like My Little Mermaid
Oh shit,
music.
yeah. Isn't that like the Smosh one?
I think so. I hope so.
We've remembered, probably.
Core memory has been unlocked. Mario cried as he rolled around on the floor, throwing a pity party for himself. Well, dates are typically between two people, especially since it's our first one? Mario perked up as he heard this. So Mario can come in the second one? He smiled. No! You can't come to any of them, dude. Dates are for just two people. Well, unless it's a double date, as G4 offhandedly mentioned before going back to his main point. Anyway, you're not coming. Just stay here and hang out with Luigi. Oh my god, Luigi mentioned!
Luigi!
The main guardian gestured at Mario's brother, who was watering flowers not too far away. He smiled and waved at the two before Mario threw a forklift at him! I can see the visuals. Oh no, Luigi is sick with forkliftitis. Guess I'll have to come along. Mario gave a cheeky smile to Four, who sighed. Mario, come on, man. You know how long I wanted this to happen. I just don't want anything to go wrong, alright? As G4 tried to explain, Mario was so upset. Mario can make sure it's so romantic. Sorry, Mario, but you're staying here, and it's not up for debate, Four said finally. Mario rolled his eyes around and cried on the floor in protest, but it was clear this time Four wasn't budging. Okay, how about you help me pick out my outfit for the date, huh? SG4 said in an attempt to cheer him up. No! Mario wants to come with you! The fat Italian continued throwing his temper tantrum before was getting bored of this pretty quickly. Well, that's not gonna happen. I don't have time for this, Mario. I'm gonna go get ready for my date. He started walking away as Mario spoke up. Wait, SG4, what if Mario got a date too? We could do that double date thing you mentioned. He screamed desperately. SG4 scoffed. Look, no offense, Mario, but there is no way you're gonna convince anyone to be your double date for this in time for this meal. It's so messed up.
I can see peak. I can see peak.
Peak. Mario can do it. I'll prove it to. I'll prove you wrong. He said with determination, like in Undertale. Sure. And as much as I would love to see that, I got a date to get ready for. SG4 walked back into the castle, but briefly popped his head back out and shouted, "And you're not coming!" before slamming the door. Mario was silent for a moment before smirking to himself. We'll see about that. Wait, there's a break here. Do you want to like popcorn here?
Yeah, this seems like a good spot.
All right.
Let me get a little sip of water.
A little drinky drink. I think I heard the straw.
Yeah, I'm almost out. Damn, myself is not good in the throat when I wake up recently.
You cough?
Alright. Yeah. For the next few hours, Mario had drawn up a bulletin board of potential people to ask on a date. They had to be pretty enough that it's plausible he would go out with them, smart enough to know it's not a real date, but stupid enough to say yes to him. So basically nobody. Ah, this is a bullshit, the angry Italian screamed, smashing his board in frustration. Why is everyone out here so goddamn ugly? Mario would never take them out on a date. Mario was extremely close to finding a way to make another ink weaver so he could draw up a spaghetti waifu to take it with him, but Mario's artistic skills were almost as bad as his reading skills. He groaned in frustration as he went through the list again. Peach? Annoying as hell. Plus, she's probably dead. Bowser? No way. Although he's not as ugly as Peach, he is too stupid to understand why Mario would be asking him out. Boopkins? Ha! Mario would never be seen in public with that freak. Psycho? She's too feisty for his taste. Axel? Dead. Meggy? Too young. Luigi? Has forkliftitis. SMG3? Oh wait, he's on a date with SMG4. Arg, there's literally nobody in this kingdom who Mario would take on a date. He should just give up and watch some TV like he always... Wait, that's it! A light bulb went off in Mario's head, and the fat Italian grinned to himself. He could ask Mr. Puzzles to be his date. That TV freak had been desperate for new video ideas for SMG4 ever since he came back. Maybe a romantic comedy would be perfect for him. Also, although he wasn't the most attractive guy Mario knew, that award went to Mario himself. Mario couldn't deny the idea of watching TV whilst eating his precious spaghetti was extremely appealing. Not to mention, the guy would be willing to do almost anything to convince the crew that he's a good guy now. Without wasting a second more, Mario ran out of his house to find Mr. Puzzles. The TV man himself was on his way to SMG4's castle. He had a list of new video ideas for SMG4, and he was desperately praying at least one of them would be good enough for him. What should have been a peaceful stroll for him was soon interrupted by a very familiar scream. Puzzles turned his head at the noise before he was tackled to the ground by Mario. "Mr. Puzzles! Mario needs your help!" he yelled, shaking the man under him. What the Mario? Get off me, you maniac. I don't know why I imagined the voice being the "Hello Mario" from that one meme video.
No, that's canon now.
That's canon now? Okay.
Also, they drew really good fan art for this, for their own fanfiction. This is beautiful.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Beautiful.
I give it 5 stars.
10 stars. Alright. Mr. Puzzles shoved Mario off him and stood up, dusting himself down and sighing. "You filthy gremlin! You could have put a pasta stain on my glorious vest!" Puzzles checked to make sure Mario hadn't done any damage to his outfit before finally addressing the red man. "Now what do you want? I'm a very busy man, and TV guy, SMG4 and SMG3 are going on a date and they won't bring Mario!" Mario looked up at Mr. Puzzles with big teary eyes as he explained his sob story. Mr. Puzzles merely scoffed. "Okay, and why must you bother me with this information?" "Mario wants to go with them. SMG4 said the only time more than 2 people go on a date is for a double date. So..." He gave Puzzles a hopeful smile. "Absolutely not," he said in a deadpan tone. "Please! Oh please, oh please, be Mario's date. I gotta see how their date goes. I've been waiting for this moment for years." Mario and I have been... Mario? Dear Lord. Mario. I have much more important things to be worrying about than you wanting to spy on your friends. I need to get these show pitches to SMG4 before he leaves. As Mr. Puzzle tried to walk past Mario, the short Italian grabbed onto his leg, preventing him from moving. "Hey, let go of me, Mario." He tried to kick him off, but Mario wouldn't let go. "No, Mario needs to see firsthand how their date goes. I'm not going on a fake date with you. Mario will forgive the evil TV man for all his crimes. Just please go on this date with a Mario." Mr. Puzzle stopped for a moment and thought about Mario's offer. If he went on this one little fake date, one of the core members of the SMG4 crew would be open to talking to him. He could eventually use this to weasel his way into the group and finally be considered trustworthy. Mr. Puzzles removed Mario from his legs and held him up to eye level. "Okay, fine. I'll be your fake date, just this once," he sighed. Mario lit up in excitement with a big smile, and a big smile took over his face. "Oh, thank you, TV man." Mario broke out of his grip and gave Mr. Puzzles a tight hug, latching onto him like a koala. The TV grunted in annoyance and gave him a reluctant pat on the back. Yes, very good. But you have to promise to be on your best behavior. We can't allow SMG4 to know we are there, so you will have to be sneaky." Mario can be sneaky. Mr. Puzzle severely doubted that there wasn't much he could do about it. Also, do not forget that we are both there for mutual gain. For you to spy on your friends, me to be forgiven and generate new ideas for my marvelous TV shows. Understood? Mario nodded in affirmation. "Yes, Mr. TV Man, Mario understands perfectly." "Okay then." Puzzles put Mario back on the ground and dusted himself down once again. "Just tell me when and where you want us to meet." On the piece of paper SMG3 gave to SMG4, it said they were going to be at Bowser's 5-star restaurant at 8 p.m., so we should probably just to go there. Mario smiled. Mr. Puzzle stopped for a moment. They'll see us if we arrive at the same time as them. We'll show up 10 minutes later to avoid being noticed. Okie dokie, Mario chirped happily. Well then, we both ought to get ready. And for the love of God, Mario, do not forget, Mr. Puzzle said, and Mario gave him a determined look. Mario would never forget something this important. You'd better not. Should we switch again?
Yeah, I get to read about gay Italians this time. Let's go.
That's just how it's gonna end up being. It's gonna be you do SMG34 and I'm doing Mr. Mr. Puzzles and Mario.
New name just dropped, Mr. Mario.
Mr. Mario.
Finally, it was time for the date. SG3 stood anxiously outside the restaurant, checking his watch every 2 seconds to make sure SG4 wasn't late. He was wearing his outfit from their little spy adventure. Okay, so basically this is the Waffy 2024, if you remember that one.
Well, no, because those are like the season finales. I haven't gotten there.
You're right. I don't know if you've seen the outfits or like drawings or anything, but it's like this purple suit, purple tie, white undershirt with like this fucking trilby ass hat. It's beautiful. It's 5 stars.
Okay. Oh, you mean like the fedora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, from the little spy adventure. You remember SG4 made a compliment about how good he looked in it during Waffy, so it felt like the best thing to wear for this dinner. Also, it was fucking stylish. I get gender envy every time I see it. He watched as the time flicked from 7:59 to 8 p.m. He looked up and down the street nervously, but SG4 was nowhere in sight. That's okay, he's probably just held up a little bit. SG3 tried to soothe his nerves, but almost 2 minutes had passed. He was fully freaking out. Oh god, did he stand me up? No, he said he wouldn't do that. He sounded sincere about wanting to go out with me. Then maybe he got into a fatal accident? Crap, that adorable idiot could be in the hospital bed right now. I should call him to make sure he's okay.
That's why I need like 360 on all my friends, so that I can make sure they weren't in a car crash when I'm waiting for them.
If we ever get into like a Light 360 like group chat, I would just like text you and be like, yo, your phone battery is at 10%, charge that shit, ho.
Literally, nah, my shit always charged. I don't let it get that low.
I see you pull up to McDonald's. Hey, get me a medium fry, even though we don't live nearby.
Yes. I would buy it for you and eat it for myself.
Yeah. In honor of my Pookie as you eat medium fry.
Yes.
But almost as soon as SG3 clicked on SG4's contact, he felt a gloved hand on his shoulder. Hey, sorry I'm a bit late, dude. Bob stopped me as I was heading out and kept trying to sell me his latest pyramid scheme. That's such a Bob thing to do. SG4 panted, a little red in the face from having to run here from the showgrounds. But SG3 was just relieved that he was okay. Hey, I'm just glad you made it here in one piece! One Piece.
Oh my god! Luffy One Piece?
Luffy mentioned in the SG34 plus Marware fanfiction.
Yeah.
You ready to go inside? SG3 smiled. 4 smiled back and grabbed his hand, making 3 blush slightly. Yeah, I'm ready. The two walked hand in hand inside the restaurant as they were greeted by Shroomy. Hiya, folks! You got a reservation? The mushroom lad smiled. Yeah, it should be under SG3. Alrighty. Table for 2. Just follow me, gentlemen. Shroomy led the couple to...
I've just made a prediction. Oh no.
But no.
Them bitches totally didn't get a reservation.
Oh, what? Mario
There's no way they got a reservation. There's no way.
Well, I don't remember the answer, so we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Shroomy led the couple to their table and handed them the menu. The special today is Koopa burgers and a mushroom stew. Shroomy looked lost for a moment, staring intensely at the menu item before smiling and returned back to his usual perky self. Can I get you guys anything to start with for drinks? Yeah, sure. I'll have some water for now. What about you 3? 4 asked. I'll have the same. Shroomy wrote down their drinks and drink orders and wandered off to go help another table, leaving the two pining SMGs alone. So, SMG4 started. It's pretty nice here, then. What made you choose this place? Oh, wow, fuck, I almost, like, started choking. God, I need some of that water that they're ordering for myself.
Here, I'll shake it so you can hear it, maybe.
Thank you. I feel hydrated now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you know, it's like you said, it's nice here. The food options are good and the servers are friendly. Plus we get a discount since you're friends with Bowser. Oh my god, that just get someone that knows how to cook to be your friend. You get discounts. SD3 smiled and replied nervously. Oh, okay. So you only wanted to bring me here to save a few bucks? SNG4T is causing 3 to go red in the face. No, nothing like that. Trust me. If I wanted to take you to a cheap meal, I would have brought you to Starbucks in the internet graveyard. But lucky for you, I want this date to go well, SNG3 said with false confidence. Well, if things do go well, perhaps you could bring me to the Starbucks for a second date. Oh my god. Coffee shop date.
Coffee shop at you.
Yeah, oh my god, yes! Second date? SSG3 blushed. Assuming this one goes well, that is. Force smiled at him. And how am I doing so far? SSG3 gave him a dreamy look and moved his hand to the center of the table. I also forgot this main person that's writing is British, because I was like, that's not how you spell center. Sorry.
Wait. Oh my god, ew, British people.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we first we had to deal with Sage, and now we have to... I'm kidding. They're nice. Everyone has their flaws.
Everyone has their flaws.
Mine's being obsessed with TV men. Others are being British. You know how it is.
Luke's is being named Luke.
Yeah, of course. What are other ones? Lego for, I don't know. Just making shit up.
I don't know.
Well, I get to be alone with you for a few hours, so I'd say it's going perfectly. SG Wars hands, man.
Gay.
That is pretty gay.
Just a little.
It's just a little gay. SG4's hands, SG3 is in the center of the table, and their fingers interlock gently. Oh, yeah, gently. Both men blushed and smiled at each other, wanting to do nothing but focus solely on the other for the rest of the night. And we got another break.
That was low-key kind of fire. That was kind of cute.
Yeah, oh my god. Yo, why are these kind of spitting?
Now for the chaotic part.
Yeah, we have like the cute romantic couple, and then we have the chaotic evil couple.
Yes. Mario, where are you? Mr. Puzzle's whisper shouted. He was standing outside of Bowser's restaurant, impatiently waiting for his date. Mario's right here, the fat Italian called from around the side of the building. Puzzles let out an exasperated sigh and walked around to him, where he saw Mario digging around in the dumpster eating leftover spaghetti. Damn it, Mario! You can eat spaghetti when we're inside! Puzzles shouted. But Mario wants spaghetti now! The man-child cried. Puzzles rolled his eyes and scooped Mario out of the trash, holding him at arm's length before putting him on the ground. Ugh, you went and got your overalls all dirty, he muttered, wiping spaghetti sauce off Mario's face with his thumb. Mario always wears dirty clothes. Nobody ever notices, Mario insists. They'd better not. Come on. Mr. Puzzles walked back around to the entrance with Mario following closely behind him. They entered the restaurant and Shroomy greeted them. Hey guys, do you have a reservation? He smiled. Mr. Puzzles drew a blank, realizing he forgot to make one. I told yo ass, I knew it.
You call that shit?
I called that shit. Shoot, no we don't. Do you take walk-ins? He smiled hopefully. Aw, sorry fellas, if you haven't got a reservation, I can't seat you. Mama fucker, Mario shouted angrily. Puzzles gave him a panicked look, worried that he would alert 3 and 4 of their presence. Shh! Mario, keep your voice down, he hissed, but Mario ignored him. Mario demands a table, it's a super important. Sorry, Mario, there's nothing I can do. Restaurant policy. Shroomy said. Screw your damn policy. I should be allowed to eat here whenever. I'm friends with the owner on Club Penguin, Mario shouted, pulling out his phone to show his Club Penguin account to Shroomy. Mr. Puzzles groaned in embarrassment, and Shroomy inspected the account. He took a look at the friends list, and sure enough, Bowser was on it. Oh, my apologies, gentlemen. Please follow me to your table, Shroomy said, walking away. Mario looked at Puzzles and smirked, whilst Puzzles just gave him a dumbfounded look. I cannot believe that worked, he said. Mario knows how to get what he wants. He winked at Puzzles who he winked at Puzzles, who rolled his eyes. The two followed after Shroomy, both being acutely aware of the two SMGs on the other side of the restaurant. If they were spotted before the date even started, then that would mean they did all of this for nothing. They had to be inconspicuous. Alrighty, fellas, can I get you anything to drink? Shroomy said as Puzzles and Mario sat down. Spaghetti, Mario said enthusiastically, doing a little jig. Both Puzzles and Shroomy. He looked at him with confusion. Mario dear, you can't have spaghetti for a drink. Spaghetti, the Italian insisted, and Mr. Puzzles sighs. He turned to Shroomy. He'll have a glass of milk, and I'll have a whiskey. The mushroom wrote down their order and smiled. You got it. I'll be right back with those for you. Once he had walked away, Mr. Puzzles turned to address Mario, who was staring at SMG-3 and SMG-4 through a pair of oversized binoculars. Mario! He hissed, kicking the Italian. Mario put down the binoculars and looked over at him angrily. Hey, what's the big deal? He said. You can't just stare at them the whole meal. Don't you realize how obvious that looks? We can't let them know we're here, Puzzles explained. But Mario wants to watch them, Mario whined. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to do an occasional side glance like this. Puzzles sat up and faced Mario, then briefly darted his eyes to the left, getting a good look at the two SMGs before turning his attention back to the man in front of him. See? Look for a few seconds and then stop. It's much less obvious, don't you think? Mr. Puzzles smiled, his tone dripping with patronization. I don't think that's a word. Mario let out a hump and crossed his arms in annoyance. He then begrudgingly repeated Mr. Puzzles' action, facing forward, glancing over at his friends for a few seconds, and eventually looking back at Mr. Puzzles. Much better. Puzzles smiled.
Oh my god, I get to read about two gay people again. Yay!
Yay!
So, are you guys ready to order? Shroomy said, notebook in hand. SMG3 scanned over the menu one final time. I think I'm gonna have the lamb chops. What about you, Four? He said. Four looked up at him and then at Shroomy. I'll have the spaghetti. Shroomy took their orders and disappeared once again. SMG3 smiled curiously at Four. Spaghetti? Really? Yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to have some, Four said. Mario's really rubbing off on you, huh? 3 chuckled. Four smiled at him fondly. Actually, I do really like spaghetti, but whenever I try to make some, Mario swoops in and eats it before I even take a bite. I haven't been able to have some in years, and I had pretty much given up on trying to eat it, but since he's not here, I can finally have some. Oh, little did he know about the creature.
It's the subtle foreshadowing right now.
Yeah, that needs to be a meme. Like me about to enjoy my spaghetti, and then it's like the creature, and it's like the Mario from Mario 64.
Yes.
SMG4 grinned, making 3 softly blush. Well, I hope you enjoy it then. Yeah, me too. The two SMGs continued making pleasant conversation. They talked all about Three's business, how Three's business was doing. Big and Egg Dog, their friends, and just life in general. SMG4 excitedly rambled on about some new memes he had discovered, whilst SMG3 listened intently. A love-struck smile remained on his face as he hung on to every word that fell out of the meme guardian's mouth. He could listen to him for hours. SMG3 glanced at their hands as they were still interlocked. He felt his cheeks warm and suddenly squeezed Four's hand. SMG4 stopped talking briefly and looked at SMG3, then to their hands. He smiled softly and returned the squeeze. You okay, 3? He asked. 3 nodded. Yeah, He looked at 4, blushing and with a grateful smile on his face. I'm just so happy you agreed to come here with me. Oh my god, they're so fucking gay. This is the gayest thing I've ever read, and it's literally about two gay guys. I think
this is gay as fuck. The gay man in question.
Yeah, literally the fanfic in question. That was me watching some Omegaverse shit. I'm like, dude, you're telling me there's boys that kiss in this, and literally it's literally titled like BL shit.
What?
I'm like, you're telling me there's gay people in this?
Boys kiss?
That's not allowed.
That's not allowed.
Form would be lying if he said his heart didn't melt a little by that. Oh my god, fucking gay. He bottom. 3. I'm just happy you asked me out. Being here with you, well, it's a dream come true. I love every second I got to spend with you, and I just... They both looked at each other, an extreme, strong blush on both of their faces. Ford couldn't find it himself to finish his sentence. No words could explain how much he cherished the time he had spent with Ree, but actions could. Ford slowly began to lean in. Eyes lidded? Yeah. 3 noticed this and replicated his partner's actions. With his free hand, he moved to cup 4's face, feeling his warmth, the soft skin against his glove. Their eyes closed, and just as their lips were about to make contact, "Oh yeah, we got the lamb chops and spaghetti here," Shrimmy loudly announced, practically slamming the food on the table. Startled and embarrassed, 3 and 4 immediately pulled away and sat up straight in their chairs. "Oh, thanks, Shrimmy," 4 said awkwardly. "No problem. Enjoy." 4 looked at 3, hoping to talk about what almost happened, but the purple meme guardian had already started eating, face still extremely red. 4 internally sighed and did the same.
Whoa.
They almost kissed. They were almost like gay.
That's some shit I would have written.
To be fair, I would have also written that shit.
Alright, let's go. Meanwhile, Mario and Mr. Puzzles watched the couple from afar. They were trying to be as discreet as possible, but thanks to Mario's constant outbursts of demanding his spaghetti, they really sucked at it. The only reason 3 and 4 hadn't seen them was because they were too wrapped up in their own lovey-dovey world. Puzzles was at least grateful for that. "Mario's hungry!" Mario whined. "You'll eat soon. Just be patient, Mario." Mr. Puzzle rolled his eyes, glancing back over to the couple. Mario groaned and looked at Puzzles. Being both bored and hungry was not a good mix for Mario. He stared longingly at Mr. Puzzle's screen, causing the other man to turn to him, an annoyed expression on his face. "What?" he said in an irritated tone. "Mario's bored," he moped. "What do you want me to do about it? You're the one who wanted to come here to spy on your friends. Just do that." "But Mario wants to watch Teletubbies," he said. No, absolutely not. You are not a toddler. You are a grown man. I am not changing my screen to Teletubbies just to keep you entertained like some common flat screen," Mr. Puzzle said firmly. "But nothing interesting is happening. SMG4 and SMG3 are just talking about boring gay stuff." Mario cut himself off and stared at his friends, eyes wide, jaw dropped. What is it? Oh my. Mr. Puzzles and Mario looked at the couple with fascination as they leaned in for a kiss. "Oh, this will make great content for my shows," Mr. Puzzles said excitedly, making sure to record what he was seeing with his screen. "Mario has been waiting for this!" The Italian was practically vibrating in his chair. However, before they kissed, Shroomy came over and placed their food in front of them, ending the moment. Mr. Puzzles let out a disappointed sigh and stopped recording. "Ah, typical," he said. And then he heard another loud gasp from Mario and looked up to see what he was so excited about now. He looked between the Italian and the food on 3 and 4's table, and then it clicked. Oh no. Mario had seen the spaghetti the 4 had ordered. Mr. Puzzles had a panicked look. Mr. Puzzles gave a panicked look to Mario, who looked as if he was preparing to launch himself off his chair and into 4's spaghetti. "Mario," he said firmly, catching the Italian's attention. "Don't even Think about it.
Little did he know about the creature.
Did he know it would be a feature?
Yeah.
A creature feature.
Featuring the creature.
Featuring the creature.
Wow, this food's really good. Well, you've got fucking lamb chops. Of course it's fucking good, dog. SG3 said, taking another bite of his lamb chops. Yeah, I honestly forgot how amazing spaghetti tasted, SG4 said happily. Mind if I try some? Oh, of course. Oh my god, spaghetti.
Oh my god, sorry, I read ahead.
Oh. Mind if I try some? 3 asked. Help yourself, 4 reassured him. 3 scooped up some spaghetti from his fork and ate it. 4 did the same. Oh god. Not noticing that the singular strand of spaghetti that led directly to 3's lips. Yay! And it was getting shorter.
Oh god.
When they realized, both SMGs blushed again, but since neither of them had a reason nor desire to stop, they kept eating, allowing the string to get shorter and shorter until they were only an inch away from each other. Their eyes closed once more as they leaned forward. Oh god, where are you going?
Mr. Puzzles was trying his best to restrain Mario, who was desperately trying to fight against his grip. Let the Mario go, he needs his spaghetti! He cried. It's not your spaghetti! Mr. Puzzles strained, desperate to not be spotted by the couple. You said you'd behave, that you wouldn't be spotted. Mario lied! Mario needs food! He struggled some more, but Puzzles wasn't letting go. Time to pull out the big guns. With no other options left, Mario began to BLJ into Mr. What's that?
It's a hack that a lot of like Super Mario 64 players use to like get through the stairs and stuff.
Okay, it's the stair hack.
Yeah, stair hack.
Into Mr. Puzzles. Hey, stop that, you idiot! Mr. Puzzles tried to reason, but the need for spaghetti had completely taken over Mario's mind. He BLG'd like a madman until he finally broke free of Mr. Puzzle's grip. He then ran to the wall and pushed himself against it, launching himself at SMG4's spaghetti. Mario, no!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm imagining slow motion.
Yeah. SMG3 and SMG4 leaned closer, their lips moments away before being sealed with a kiss, when they were once again interrupted, this time by a very similar Yahoo! Before they could process what had happened, Mario had crashed onto the table, eating SMG4 spaghetti in one bite. As a happy Italian chewing his food, 3 and 4 glared furiously at him with a mix of anger, confusion, and pure annoyance. Mario, what the heck are you doing here? SMG3 shouted loudly, or angrily. Mario's here for the date. He smiled innocently. Damn it, you idiot! I said you couldn't come with me on my date! SMG4 shouted, equally furious. Just then, as things couldn't get worse, Mr. Puzzles ran over to the table, desperately to save the situation somehow. Sorry, I'm so terribly sorry, he said, grabbing Mario off the table and putting him on the ground. What the Puzzles? Why the hell are you here? 4 shouted, which I think I lost. Yeah, 4 shout. Wait, fuck, where the fuck did they go? 4 shouted. Oh, well, Mr. Puzzle scrambled for an excuse. In retrospect, he could have planned a lie in case they were noticed. I swear to God, if you two don't explain yourself right this instant, I will bring an army of Ugandan knuckles here to kick your ass. SMG3 threatened. Isn't it obvious what they're doing? SMG4 said. These assholes were spying on us. No, you got it all wrong. We weren't spying on you at all. Puzzles tried to lie, but the meme guardians didn't buy it. Bullshit. You have been terrorizing and manipulating us for months, SMG4 pointed at Puzzles. And you! He accusatory finger at Mario. Were practically begging me to bring you on this date. Am I supposed to believe that you just happen to be here for a nice meal with the guy that tried to kill us? Mario can explain. Then do it! Explain! SG3 shouted. Mr. Puzzles then got an idea. I asked him on a date. Mr. Puzzles said in a defeated tone. The 2 SMGs looked at him with confusion. What? 4 asked. Mr. Puzzle returned their look and continued. I asked Mario on a date. Here, I admit it. Ever since my initial defeat, I kept thinking back to all the hours Mario and I spent together. Granted, he was only around me to watch his silly shows, but to me, I was flattered that he had loved my creation so much, and when I had you all under my control, despite constantly ruining my perfect 5 stars, I couldn't help but recast Mario in all my productions. It was as if he brought a certain pizzazz to my show, and I felt as if I couldn't afford to lose him as an actor. The dumbass had me wrapped around his fat Italian fingers for weeks, and I didn't even know it. Mr. Puzzles dramatically put his head on his hands as Mario looked up at him curiously. Wait, is this really what he had meant going through the TV's head all this time? Did he enjoy Mario's company? Little did he know.
Little did he know.
The Italian felt his cheeks warm slightly at the thought, but no one seemed to notice. So then, I finally worked up the courage to ask him to dinner, so I could finally figure out how I truly felt about him, Mr. Puzzles continued. I told him to pick the location since I'm not familiar with the Mushroom Kingdom, so he chose here. I swear I had no idea the two of you would be here on a date. I would never have allowed it. Please accept our dearest apologies. Finally finished, Mario stood up and looked at the TV man who towered over him. He glanced at Puzzles' hand, which swung by his side. Carefully, Mario reached to hold Mr. Puzzle's hand. He didn't know why. He felt inclined to do it. But this is how Mr. Puzzles truly felt. It was the least he could do. As he slipped their hands together, he looked away, cheeks tinted ever so slightly. Puzzles looked at him and smiled. He gave Mario a little hand squeeze in return. Oh my god. Gay people. As G4 watched the interaction inside, he didn't fully believe Puzzles' words, but at this point, he just wanted to get back to his own date instead of worrying about Mario's supposed one. Just get out and leave us alone, he said, defeated. Yes, of course. Come along, dearest. He started walking, Mario still holding his hand and trailing along beside him. Once he had left, SMG4 let out an exaggerated sigh and sat back down. 3 gave him a sympathetic look and returned to his own seat. You good? He asked. I just wanted this to be a normal date. None of the Mario wackiness nonsense. Just you and me. Instead, we got this disaster, he said. Well, despite what happened, I don't think this date has been a total disaster. 3 smiled at 4, who raised an eyebrow. Really? This wasn't a disaster to you? 4 gestured at his now empty plate, and 3 chuckled. It's a regular day with our friends. Oh, your friends. Fuck. I fucked that up. Your friends. Our friends. 4 corrected. Our friends.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Were you talking?
Okay, sorry, my shit was fucking up. No, my shit was I couldn't hear you.
Oh, shit.
And then my Discord did the spinny thing, and I was like, huh?
You're having internet problems. Steal Elf's internet. They smile.
I have to psychically connect.
Yeah, you mind wave.
Give it back.
They smiled at each other again as 3 took 4's hand in his own. If you want, you could share my food. I'd rather leave room for dessert anyway, 3 said. Yeah, I like that. There you go. It's a break now.
I don't know if this is my problem or your fault.
What?
You're so quiet.
Am I the asshole?
You sound really far away.
I'm right next to my mic. Here, hold on. Let me. There we go. At least it's your turn to read. We got more.
Oh shit. There we go. See, I didn't even hear you read the rest of it. I was like, huh?
You're just sitting there in a void.
I was like, because it had done it before for just a couple seconds at a time.
Wow.
But that was a long one, so I was like, what? Okay, let's go. Now outside of the restaurant, a million questions were flowing through Mario's head. Did Puzzles mean all of that? Had he secretly been harboring feelings for him for months? If so, is that why he agreed to go out on this date so easily? Mario was pulled from his headspace by the feeling of puzzles letting go of his hand. He then turned around and smiled at the Italian. Great show, my good man. That acting was top-notch from both of us. Honestly, for a second there, I didn't think we were going to get out of there alive, but thanks to my amazing improv and your sense of emotional timing, we managed to fool them into thinking we were on an actual date. Mr. Puzzle celebrated, but Mario was only left more confused. Huh? What is the TV man talking about? Mario questioned. You're acting, my dear. Oh, you tenderly grabbed my hand after the confession. It was just really the perfect final touch. I will definitely be taking note of that for my next movie. So, you were acting? Mario asked. Why, of course. You knew it was a fake date from the start. I just used my talents to get us out of that sticky situation you created. Puzzles gave Mario a patronizing pat on the head, messing up his hat once he had readjusted it. He looked up to see Mr. Puzzles walking down the street, humming his theme song to himself. Well, wait, where are you going? Mario asked. Oh, I'm going back to my studio, my dear. Better get working on this script right away. Mr. Puzzles continued his walk, but was stopped by Mario running up to him and grabbing his hand. Let's get ice cream to, finish the script, he said with an awkward smile. Mr. Puzzles gave him an irritated look. I am not buying you ice cream. I've got better things to spend my money on and time on. Mario will pay, he said. Mr. Puzzles raised an eyebrow, his expression unreadable. Fortunately for Mario, Puzzles' curiosity got the better of him. Okay, he said cautiously. Mario grinned and took his hand again and led him back down the street. Was this just an excuse to spend more time with Mr. Puzzles? Maybe. Did Mario weirdly like holding his hand? Kinda. Was Mario going to let these thoughts and questions bother him? Absolutely not. After a short walk, the two stood outside of an ice cream shop ran by none other than Marty. Mario greeted his cardboard friend and ordered 2 ice creams. He walked back over to Mr. Puzzles and handed him one of them. The TV smiled gratefully, and they both walked beside each other, enjoying the evening air. There was a peaceful silence between the two, which was especially unusual for Mario. But for once, the Italian had nothing to say. He was just enjoying spending time with this possibly evil TV man. That was enough for him. After finishing their ice cream, the two sat down on a park bench and admired the scenery. Well, Puzzles admired the scenery. Mario was too busy staring at his screen like a deer in headlights. Well, this has certainly been a strange end to the evening, Puzzles said. Mario thinks it has been nice. He smiled. Puzzles smiled back. Yeah, Puzzles does too. I'm glad you suggested we do this. It'll make a sweet conclusion to my next production. Mario's smile dropped, ever so slightly. Did he only ever think about his work? Mr. Puzzles leaned back and yawned, stretching as he did, so his arms fell on the back of the bench, one of them going behind Mario. It's getting late. We should head back soon. Puzzles looked down at Mario. The plumber looked back up at him without thinking much about what he was doing. He leant into Mr. Puzzles, his head landing on his chest. In a few minutes. Mario's tired, he mumbled. It didn't take long for Mario to fall fast asleep while leaning on Mr. Puzzles. Unable to do much, Puzzles sighed and put an arm around the Italian, making sure he was comfortable.
Gay shit.
Feeling his systems beginning to go into sleep mode, Mr. Puzzles rested, his head on top of Mario's. It's not like he could do much else. Besides, he could use this for his shows. That was all the justification Mr. Puzzles needed before allowing himself to fall asleep, cuddling Mario on a park bench.
Oh my god, gay as shit.
I was so scared it was gonna get, super angsty. I was like, oh, no, what?
Wow, if you think this is angsty.
No, I was scared it was gonna.
Okay.
Back up.
Well,
wait, I don't even know.
Well,
I was like, oh my god. Sorry.
It's all good. I just can't. If we ever,
it hit my button.
If we ever read more of Marware stuff, specifically this series, you're gonna love some angst, bro. You're gonna love it.
No, there's angst.
There's a little bit of angst.
There's a little bit of angst.
Despite all the problems, SNU4's date with SG3 ended up going quite well. They have each gotten a dessert and stayed talking in the restaurant for hours until closing time. It was now almost midnight as they approached Force Castle, laughing and talking loudly the whole way. And then Luigi turned into Walter White and he started making meme drugs. SMG4 giggled as he reminisced about his friends. Oh man, I wish I had seen that. SMG3 laughed. Oh god, you don't know what any of that is yet. Poor baby. 3 leaned closer to 4 as they walked and inconspicuously put an arm around his waist, wanting to keep him close. Oh, you haven't even heard half of it. Wait until you find out about Bob's great rap career. 4 snickered, unsubconsciously leaning on 3's embrace. Well, as much as I would love to hear all about that. SMG3 stopped walking and smiled sadly. We're home. Well, you're home. Well, whatever. Oh, I didn't even realize we entered the showgrounds, 4 said, looking around. Not wanting the moment to end just yet. 3 took 4's hand, causing the latter to look him in the eyes. 3 blushed and nervously smiled. Thank you for being with me today, he said. Thank you for inviting me, 4 smiled back, blushing just as much as 3. Would you potentially want to, 4 tried to coax an answer out of his partner. Would you like to go on a second date? 3 finally said, face redder than anything. 4 smiled widened as he nodded enthusiastically. Yeah, I would love to go on a second date, he said. 3's face flooded with relief upon hearing this. 4 gave 3's hand a reassuring squeeze. Well, I should probably let you get to bed, 3 said. Yeah, but I'll see you tomorrow. And you better not keep me waiting on that second date, 4 teased, making 3 blush. Before going inside, 4 and 3 had a long hug goodbye. It was warm, comfortable. They never wanted that hug to end. Holding the single most important man in his life was something he could do forever. After a while, 4 slightly pulled away from the hug and blushed, looking at SMG3's crimson eyes. It was still one more thing that he wanted to do. Hey, back at the restaurant when we were about to, before Mario and Shroomy interrupted? 3 blushed at the memory. Yeah, he said. Well, 4 glanced around briefly. There's no one around right now. No, I suppose there isn't. Would you want to try and finish? This is the gayest shit ever. I love it. Do you want to try and finish? The blue-capped man asked, face redder than normal, or than anything. Fuck. Z3 smirked at him. Is this your way of asking for a kiss? He teased. Either kiss me or I'm going to bed.
Me for real.
He's like, listen, I'm gonna go spend 3 hours on my computer making memes. You either kiss me now or so I'm gonna go do that. 3 didn't need to be told twice. He held 4's face in his hands as he gently brought their lips together for a sweet kiss. 4's heart fluttered as he felt 3's warm, soft lips pressed against his own. His arms wrapped around 3's neck, pulling him closer and deeply into the kiss. Passion and love exchanged through just this one kiss was incredible, nearer than wanting this moment to end. 4 gently caressed 3's soft black hair as they held each other. In response, 3 leaned further into the kiss as he firmly held 4 in his arms. Eventually, they had parted ways. They both pulled away. Faces red, bodies closer. 4 was the first to speak up. 3, I No! You shouldn't say that on the first date. Everyone knows that. 4 smiled at him. I love spending time with you today. Good enough, I guess. B+. Oh, that was not the words he wanted to desperately say to 3 over and over again. It would have to do for now. 3 smiled back and gave him a small parting kiss. I love spending time with you too. You want me to swing by the coffee shop tomorrow? 4 asked. I'd love that. And with that, 4 opened the door to his home and stepped inside. Good night, 3, he said once more as he shut the door. SMG3 smiled lovingly at where SMG4 just was and blew him a kiss. He then turned around and headed back home. He couldn't wait to tell Eggdog all about this.
What? That's the end?
Yeah, at least for this part. Oh wait.
For that
Oh yeah.
part.
There's the second part. Do we want to read this?
It's not that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surely it doesn't mean anything, right? Tucks hair behind ear. When Mario woke up, he noticed that the park bench he was sleeping on had a vacant spot, with Mr. Puzzles nowhere in sight. He must have left after I fell asleep. Mario let out a surprisingly wistful sigh and hopped off the bench. He should head home. Luigi was probably wondering where he was since he never came home last night. As the Italian began walking towards the showgrounds, he couldn't help but think back to Mr. Puzzle's confession the night before. Sure, he later clarified it was nothing but an act, with Mario of course knew. Hell, it was his idea to do the fake date. He should know that it was strictly transactional. And Mario was fine with that, wasn't he? Where the hell was all of this coming from? Oh, who cares? Mario groaned as he trudged along. Thinking about his feelings was exhausting. Mario hates thinking, especially about stupid stuff like this. Oh well. Doesn't matter. He can just hang out with SMG4 as he usually does and forget all about the previous night. Unfortunately for Mario, SMG4 did not want to forget about the previous night. What the hell? What the hell were you thinking? 4 yelled as Mario sat on the sofa. He had the same expression that a misbehaving child has after they got caught doing something they weren't supposed to. I specifically told you that you were not welcome on that date. And not only did you spy on me, eat my food, and interrupt our date, 4 said, you brought him along with you. There was that reminder again. He was on a date with Mr. Puzzles. A fake one, but a date nonetheless. Mario is sorry, the red Italian said. Truthfully, he couldn't really care less about SMG4 yelling at him. It was expected. Mario's mind was too clouded at the moment to listen to 4 properly. And what's worse is that you tried to lie to me about it. Seriously, how stupid do you think me and 3 are? You clearly weren't actually on a date. You were just there to spy on us, and Puzzles was just there for... Okay, I don't know exactly why he agreed to go with you, but it sure as hell wasn't for good reasons. Mario knows, he sighed. To think he came here to forget about the fake date. 4 let out an exasperated sigh and sat next to his best friend. There was a moment of silence between them before Mario spoke up. Mario really is sorry, he said. I didn't mean to ruin your date. No, you didn't ruin the date. Just complicated things a little. But hey, I've been friends with you for years. I know it's pretty much impossible to have a normal day when you're around. Sure, it can drive me batshit crazy at times, but you know I wouldn't trade it for the world. 4 smiled at his friend and put a hand on his shoulder. Mario looked up at him and gave him a weak smile before wrapping his arms around him, giving him an apologetic hug. 4 returned the hug and smiled as he leaned into Mario's embrace. It was reassuring to know that despite everything that was going through his mind right now, at least he had his best friend. That date had Mario confused about a lot of things, so this one piece of clarity just meant all the more to him. Hey, if it helps to know, SMG3 asked me out on a second date, 4 smiled. Mario pulled away from the hug immediately, and his mustache grew in size. Really? Wahoo! The Italian cheered. SMG4 chuckled at his friend's reaction. Yeah, after you left, the date actually ended up going really well. We shared food, talked for hours, and overall just had a great time. Aw, that makes Mario so happy. He smiled, caught up in the excitement of the moment. Mario felt the urge to share what happened to him after the restaurant. You know, after me and Mr. Puzzle left, we actually had a great time too, he beamed. SMG4's smile dropped slightly as his eyes narrowed in suspicion. Oh yeah? He asked cautiously. Yeah, Mario took him out for ice cream and we took a walk through the park, and then we fell asleep on a park bench together, he said, innocently with a smile. SMG4 took note of the light blush on Mario's cheeks as he talked. Uh-huh, the Blue Guardian said. Sensing his lack of enthusiasm, Mario looked to his friend and his smile faltered slightly. Is that bad? Mario asked. Well, it's not brilliant, 4 admitted. He still had a lot of resentment towards Mr. Puzzles after what he did, which was honestly understandable considering he tried to kill them all and take over 4's channel and meme factory. But, you know, it's not like it meant anything, right? Ha ha ha, 4 said with a nervous laugh. Yeah, we both had something to gain from it. It wasn't a real date after all. Mr. Puzzle said so himself. And you did. And Mario did. The red Italian smile faded as he looked away. Both men could feel the tension in the room now. It was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Mario, Ford's voice made him flinch slightly. It didn't mean anything. Right? Mario thought about his answer carefully. I mean, Mario knew the date was fake, but it was his idea after all. Even that little bit at the end. Yes, it was just for Mr. Puzzle's show. He didn't actually care about being there with Mario. It could have been any old idiot from the streets. It didn't matter to Puzzles. But then why did it matter so much to Mario? A silence filled the room as Mario thought about the events of the previous night. The silence that followed the question was all the confirmation that SMG4 needed. Oh no, he sighed. Oh no, Mario emphasized, reaching a similar conclusion to 4. Of all the people you could have... Oh, why'd it have to be him? 4 groaned. Hey, Mario doesn't control it. Do you think I chose this to happen? Of course not. Mario is just as confused and frustrated as you are, the Italian said defensively. I highly doubt that, 4 said, putting his head in his hands. Of all the goddamn people you could have fallen for, he repeated. Hey, you fell for the guy who tried to kill us a few years ago, Mario pointed out. That's totally different. It is not. Yes, it is. And besides, Puzzles is still very much a villain and is not fond of any of us, including you, might I add, 4 said. Well, yes, but Mario thinks that he can... Don't you say it, 4 warned. That he can change him, the Italian smiled. Ugh, I think I just threw up in my mouth, 4 said. Mario rolled his eyes at 4's antics before returning to his apologetic demeanor. You aren't mad with Mario, are you? He asked with an awkward smile. 4 sighed. No, it wouldn't be right to be mad at you for this. But I sure as hell have my opinions on the guy. Mario understands, the red man said. I wouldn't worry. Puzzles didn't seem interested in Mario on the fake date. He was just there for his scripts. I mean, you did specifically ask him on a fake date. Just saying. So you're saying I should invite him on a real double date? Mario beamed up at 4. No, oh god, no. I swear, if I'm involved in this shit in the slightest, I'd be too tempted to smash his screen in right then and there. If you're really serious about this, then leave me out of it. How will Mario know if I'm serious? The plumber asked. Well, some people like to give it a week or a month after realizing feelings before pursuing them. Maybe see how you feel about him after a few weeks. It's hopefully just an infatuation, haha. 4 smiled at his friend, not so secretly hoping he wouldn't have to see more of Mr. Puzzles. Mario hoped so too, the Italian sighed. These feelings were confusing as hell. Mario didn't know what to believe about his own heart anymore. He was so torn up with his loyalties to his friends, making him feel even worse for being charmed by the TV. Maybe 4 was right, and the feelings would go away after a week. That way he wouldn't have to jeopardize his friendships in order to attempt to pursue Puzzles. But if these feelings weren't temporary, well, to put it plainly, Mario was screwed. Whoa!
This is beautiful.
That was kind of peak, yeah.
See, I'm good at picking out books. I swear.
I swear it's
not a phase.
It's not a phase, Mom.
I'm so glad. You know, normally when I pick out anything with SG4 stuff in it, everyone hates it. Specifically the people that I have to read it with, but...
I am so down for anything.
I really hope we get it again, because the second one is so good. I love it so much.
I'm trying to, like... Wait. I'm trying to find the one on AO3.
Ow. I think it's under the same username, if memory serves.
Well, it was a pretty popular one, so if I just do by kudos.
Yeah. It's like the first one. Oh, fuck. Speaking of good fanfiction, you know what it's time for?
What's it? The wheel!
The wheel!
The wheel!
The wheel! Alright, I love the lesbian colors on this goddamn wheel. I'm gonna put part 2 on here.
He's not loading! Oh, there we go.
What the? Oh, okay. Okay. Please let it be Saw related.
Please. Please be anything, honestly.
Yeah.
I hope it lands on something. Oh no.
Okay. Okay. Shit, I didn't know we were shipping me and Edgeworth together.
Yo, wow. Didn't know we had a self-insert.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I put on the wheel next. Fucking tarot and insert.
Hell no, man.
The moment it came out, I knew you would say no. Like,
that's like the one I'm like, no. No.
Keep that shit away from me, dog.
Hell nah.
It's fun. I promise.
I don't know about that. I ain't into them pervy characters.
Alright. More for me, I guess.
Yeah, more for you. You keep it.
Yeah, same thing with TV, man. Just more for me. Just a buffet. I'm feeling very satisfied.
I'm pretty satisfied too.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how good that fanfiction was. Big shout out to Ominous Potato, man. They're my favorite person on Twitter. They draw so much cute fan art. You're not there yet. Well, you just sent me AO3 shit. Okay.
Oh, sorry. It's the one. It's the same one.
Perfect. Fucking.
AO3.
They also, you're not there at the arc yet. Well, you just got through the college arc, so
I don't actually remember.
So you have to see one of the characters, but there's another character that they ship with Niles and whatnot. That's from like a later arc. And it's so
Who's Niles?
cute. Wait, then you're not at the college arc?
No, we know. Oh wait, the guy with the hat?
Yeah, with the red hat.
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember him, but I don't remember him.
Gotcha. They ship Niles with another character. I won't say their name because I don't want it to spoil it and whatnot for you.
Wait.
What?
And now I'm trying to remember the lore. We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after.
Okay, yeah. But they draw really cute fan art and stuff of them as well. They also wrote fan fiction of those two pairs as well. They're just phenomenal. I'm gonna keep dick writing right now. They're just phenomenal. Yeah. I'll have the Wattpad profile, like the book in the description. You guys should definitely read their stuff. It's great. I read their SMG4 stuff previously, I think, on the channel with Sage, and Sage hated it because they hate SMG4. But it was great for me. But yeah, honey, you have any last bits of thoughts on this?
And you can quote me on that.
Perfect. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. There's a bunch of links on screen for the other Wattpad book club readings I've done in the past with Honey, and there's other guests as well. Also on screen is the last Wattpad book club reading that was uploaded. So if you haven't seen that already, go check that out if you haven't. It's probably really good. And thank you again, Honey, for being here. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
No problem, man. I like reading the fan fiction with you. It's to rekindle our marriage.
The only place we don't fight.
Yeah, the only place we don't fight is reading gay fan fiction. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, my name is Phoenix. That was Honeybee, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.